Hello guys and welcome back. It's Monday, it's the 22nd of February and it's almost 9 o'clock here a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm watching CLSN right now on the main screen with you guys, and this ticker is a tough one. The pullbacks are always a little bit stronger than I expect. The last two trades I pretty much scratched out, small loss. Overall, CLSN I am green on, but it's been a tricky one to trade. I kind of missed the first big move to the upside. Right now, it's just I seem to not really be getting into a flow of any sort. And then retro, we had two really quick trades here near the high, and another kind of small one here, where I think this one I gave back a little bit of profits, but all my losses today were fairly tight, so I'm pretty happy with that. Overall, I'm up over $1,000, $1,200. Really trying to not over trade, because last week I was almost up every morning $1,000 to $2,000, and sometimes I gave it all back and went into the red. So today I was kind of like, okay, let me only try to trade the good setups. And it's hard to say sometimes how good the setup is, right? You got to trade or else you're not going to make money. So that's a bit of the dilemma. You can't just wait around all day, and then you got to get aggressive. At one point here, for example, I thought, okay, well, here we got a pullback. You can see I bought the pullback. It looks like it sold off too much, so I closed it right away. We were also very high on this one, so I wanted to be careful, and I missed the moves here to the upside. So, not exactly the smoothest trading there. Here on CLSN, I tried to buy the pullback here. I thought it was going to be kind of holding this area. Ended up flushing, so then I pretty much ended up breaking even more or less on this trade. And then, this one, similar situation. I bought the pullback, but then it kept on selling off, and then I pretty much got out for break even, small loss actually. On the charts, on the volume here, we are using the mixed volume again that Corey sent us. If you guys are curious where to pick some of that up, let me see here. You can do that. Let me quickly pull it up. I had too many tabs open. I had to close a few things. You can get that right here, mixed volume code. This is in the my watch list that you guys can always get access to right here, tradejournal.co/Winkler, or at the end of the stream, it's going to be in that first pinned comment below. So look at that intense little move here. No, I'm not long CCIV. We used to be long it, but we sold all of it. Had a pretty bad time, actually. Yeah, Michael, in a way, for sure. Some of my trades I got a bit more aggressive on. I was up, for example, 4,000 shares on CLSN. So that's about, $12,000, $13,000, depending where the price was. There was a lot of pre-market gappers as well that just didn't make the cut. A lot of them didn't really have so much of a catalyst. You can see XELB, CANF, I think was another one, had a big spike, ATIF. A lot of tickers that were just popping to the upside and then crashing. Remember, one of my rules is not trading a ticker until it proves to hold its highs. Actually, ATIF would have been that in this area, but it didn't get followed through. So here I would have had to been really quick with cutting my losses. Overall, I felt like there's a lot of stuff popping up today, and I just didn't want to overtrade, so I didn't trade any of the kind of random tickers popping up. I only traded the ones that were really continuous, like RETO and CLSN. CLSN being one of the newer ones, but it had a pop up here, pulled back, and then had a nice little continuation here. I could have milked this one so much harder. I had no big trade on CLSN, unfortunately, because for example, here I got this pullback and I closed it right away. Actually ended up running 16%. That trade right there, could have made us $2,000 almost. So I didn't have really any big winners, but I can't complain. So giving back some profits this morning. 200 here, 300 there, 100 there. Nothing too crazy, but I think everything is so far going okay for this Monday. Mr. Winkley. Hermione. Where's that Hermione? Pros to you too. Good morning. What's up? This weekend, it was so warm for Sunday, which is hilarious because literally last weekend we were walking on a frozen canal, like where some little barges go through, not big barges, smaller barges. It was totally frozen. We were walking around in Tiergarten. The lakes there were frozen. You know, you could be walking on the water, and then literally this weekend on Sunday, it's so warm. I was walking around with a T-shirt at Volkspark Friedrichshain. It was like mind blowing. That was really nice. So I got a lot of sun, although you don't see it anymore. During that day, I got super red. Yesterday, I was super red. So right now it's 9:05. I'm kind of just watching things. I don't know. We'll talk about it a little bit more. So let's actually go through some of the news while we're at it here. NPR, obviously the Texas disaster has been a big one. Did you see the United Grounds Boeing 777 jet was grounded? So there was a engine failure where part of the engine looks to be ripped off. I think this was in Colorado, but everyone was fine. No one was also hurt on the ground, so that's really good news, but that must have been quite intense. After days of mass outages, some Texas residents now face huge electricity bills. Ay. One problem after another over there in Texas at the moment. For jailed rapper. That seems a bit insane. Wow, killed by landmine. That is just horrible. Another engine failure here in Nigeria, but this was Nigerian Air Force. It's a little different. There was an oil spill here in the Mediterranean. I was actually not aware of that. Off of Israel. Oh, that's horrible. Likely happened about a week ago. What? Definitely Texas again here. Some interesting story here on sanctions on a Israeli billionaire. That's kind of an interesting one. Again here, the flight. CLSN still pulling back. This is kind of crazy. Snowboarding in Hawaii. The shortage of cleaning water in Texas seems to be a huge problem. Hopefully they get that fixed as soon as possible. So, I remember when the hurricanes hit in Florida, we would fill our bathtubs up with water, so we would have water and we could use it from there. But it was always a disaster in Florida in like the early 2000s with the hurricanes. Most hurricanes are kind of chill and fun, but there's a few that do quite a bit of damage. The U.S. officially rejoined, I should say, the Paris Climate Agreement. That's good news. New images of Perseverance rover that just landed on Mars. These should be very new. There's 148 images published by NASA so far. This is crazy. Pictures of Mars, guys, or pictures of a rover on Mars. Kind of wish they were a little bigger. That's pretty wild. That is wild. Okay, so I think we're pretty much caught up. We're not missing anything major, it seems like. Was I in Florida for Irma? I think so. I think Irma's the one we actually ended up evacuating for. Oh no, actually I was gone for Irma. I remember that now. So right after my birthday. Ben's wondering why I read the news. Just to keep us up to date. I mean, it would be really foolish to be trading the markets without, understanding that there might be something larger at play. For example, maybe there's a giant, I don't know, what's a good example? Maybe there's a meeting with the Fed talking about interest rates at 1 p.m. So the markets might be extra volatile before then. They might be extra slow or during it. I mean, they might be extra volatile when it comes out. They might be extra slow beforehand in anticipation. Just kind of getting an understanding. Maybe if there's really big topics going on, small caps are going to be overshadowed. That tends to be a big case. But just in general, it's good to do a little bit of an update here, just a little bit of a timestamp to make sure what's going on. Me personally, I don't feel like news affects trading small caps that much. It's a very small kind of weight I would put towards news. But again, you kind of do want to know of macro trends going on. Not to mention, a lot of the times when we read the news, especially... what's it called? Morning Brew or whatever it's called. I do feel like we find sometimes some new SPACs, some new investment ideas, yada yada. I mean, sometimes you see, if you're not reading the news, you might not know that Elon or Tesla, bought $1.5 billion of Bitcoin. So stuff like that. It's good to know if there's, any larger trends. Again, I don't really incorporate it into my trading of the small caps, but in general, it doesn't hurt to know. But good question. Good question, Ben. And Jason says, somehow my pool screen didn't even get damaged. Those pool screens are tough. You either got a tree going through it or it's still there. That was the case for us. We had a pool screen. It survived a few hurricanes, and then one hurricane, it was flattened by a tree. So then it was like, okay. And then we got rid of the pool screen, for better or worse. Probably for better, because it was kind of cool not having a pool screen. You'd find some weird stuff floating in it sometimes, but those screens, man, they don't mess around. I'm a little bit disappointed that VIH doesn't have a little bit better follow through. It's been really chilly vanilla in this area for, I feel like, way too long, but whatever. It is what it is. We had a pretty okay entry on it, but yeah, again, like we had a great entry on it, but like I was really ready for a rally. And when we had this big $22 plus day, I was like, here we go, guys. This is the move I was waiting for, but I don't know, it's kind of sandbagging in this area. Overall, I'm down $400 pre-market on my swing trades, but that's super irrelevant. That number changes just constantly. Really, the important numbers are day trading overall here. All right, guys. We got another 14 minutes to drink tea and close our eyes, massage our eyeballs. Ooh, okay, CLSN is kind of popping up here again. Let's actually watch this one. I might consider trading it, but it's getting really close to that kind of, market open phase, and we'll see. Volume's going back up. It's good to see that big increase in volume. CLSN, I don't think we really discussed it too much. USA Biotech, 31 million float. They have a catalyst today. They got a fast track designation. It's basically so they can get the drug out quicker because it's a required drug. There's people that need it. So they are, in 6 months or so, they can get this drug approved. So this is really big. Ovarian cancer as well. So I like this catalyst a lot. RETO, actually, before we talk about RETO, CLSN, let's quickly go to the daily chart so we kind of see how this puppy looks. Remember the weekly chart was kind of a disaster. Obviously, there's a reverse split here, so you want to keep that in mind. Right now, the price is roughly at 3.3. We got good room to run. I would argue above 4, 4.5, some resistance coming in, and then again at 5, I would look for a move, maybe even to 5.5. I do like the overall potential for upside. I do like also for the fact that the 180-day moving average is below us, so I like CLSN at the moment. Really quickly, I did want to talk about RETO. What did I just click on? Actually, again, hold on. Before we talk about RETO, we got RSVA making moves here. They have catalysts coming out. Silicon Battery Company, Enovix to go public through merger with Rogers Silicon Valley AC. Okay, this is this one. So RSVA is the SPAC. Okay. Wow, that's a freaking big move for this SPAC already. Boy, that was a big move. That's a big move right there. You got there more. Okay, let's see. 17.5. We got another point of consideration. Well, doesn't really need to be talked about. Right now, the high of 22.6. Let's go ahead and mark that. Obviously, SPACs are a bit different how you want to be trading these mid caps. Sometimes they can really follow the market and just sell off unnecessarily. So we saw that with ACIC. I took my massive loss on it. RSVA, guys, put it on the watch list. RSVA. There we go. Thanks, Sasa. I didn't get a new haircut, but I did comb it a bit more than usual, so I appreciate it. Bitcoin's getting hammered. Yeah, down 10% today, but still almost above 50,000. It's crazy. All right, now let's go to RETO. Sorry, I just got distracted like 3 times. Okay, so RETO, not distracted, but I felt like there was other things we needed to quickly talk about. RETO was kind of our first official main lead gapper today. Chinese building material company, 11 million float, 30 million market cap, a lot of checks except the questionable China part. Catalyst, great. Announced it received state-backed funding with the launch of its second high visibility Beijing Winter Olympics competition zone project. That is good. That is a really, really good catalyst. Not to mention, it's its second high visibility project. Nice to see a good government contract as well. So RETO and CLSN both have a catalyst today, and that's why I was focused on these 2 tickers as opposed to some of the quick gappers that were popping up on our screens. So RETO, like it a lot. High of 356, so it's had quite a run already, up 158%. Obviously pre-market it was even more at one point. A lot of resistance on this one at different points. I would say the biggest resistance at the moment that we're facing is around $4. So that's going to be where I'm keeping an eye on. 3.2 right now is big support, but $4, you can see we were trying to get above that several times now and keep having issues. The question is, this January 28th news going to be amounting to much? Let's actually go here back to FinBiz. Oops, what did I just do? Thanks, Niall. XELB. I didn't see actually a catalyst for this one. I put 2 question marks there for it. Oh, this website's a little crazy. Let's go to FinViz here, see if we can find out some more information. Yes, nothing like StockTwits to really get our stock information from. Not sure why it's up today. I actually misread that the news was from today, so I'm actually much more skeptical on XELB. This is probably why it's not holding its highs so well. Let's go back. Has a really small short float, which makes sense. Nobody's going to be wanting to short a small cap, low float near $2. Not in my eyes, unless you're like account suicidal. Let's see. Yeah, XCLB. We'll see. Let's go to RETO. Low floats can go down just as fast. You all know that, right? Gotta love this guy or lady. That's hilarious. Love that actually. Squeeze. Yeah, I'm not totally sure why this one's up so much today. It seems like the let's see. Yeah, even here it says last month received. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. It looks like CLSN is kind of spiking again here. Calm and collected. We got another 6 minutes before the market opens, so we'll kind of see how we want to get more aggressive. But for now, I'll probably take it somewhat simple. I mean, CLSN has the chance that it's just going to sell off at the open. We've seen this before where it opens up, does have like a little bit of a spike higher, but then sells off the rest of the day. So I'm kind of nervous for that. If you go here to the 5 minute, actually maybe the 15 minute or 1 hour, you can kind of see it a little bit better. At the open, we sell off. At the open, we sell off. The question is, how much upside do we usually have before we sell off? So we just scroll back here a little bit. Here, we actually had a huge red to green move, went down about 13%. Then we had a morning panic move, and then we had the red to green move. So, I don't know. That's not super nice. And all happened in 10 minutes. That's some volatility there. I'm not sure. I'm not convinced about a lot of these tickers at the moment. We'll just take it easy, use small size at first, and then we'll get a little bit more aggressive as we feel comfortable. Morning, guys. Morning, Corey. I'm going to quickly fill my tea up, run to the restroom. I'll be back in like a minute or two, and then we'll get ready to get started here. So, whack. I don't know why I throw on the disclaimer. For how much I throw it on, I do sometimes forget. I always have to make it invisible. All right, guys, check this out. We baked muffins this weekend, blueberry muffins. Whew, I'm gonna save this for later, maybe after a trade. I'm gonna quickly turn the main light off so it stops flickering. Always dropping bombs. Two minutes before the open. CLSN, look at this big dip here. This is why I don't trade right before the market opens. It's just a freaking scary place to be. You never know what's going to happen, I feel like. After all, being a trader is really, understanding how to manage your risk. And why trade at one of the hardest places to manage your risk. Very counterintuitive. I think all my big mistakes have really come from that first kind of 10 minutes. 3 minutes around before the market opens, and then really just, another 2-3 minutes after the market opens, but that general time area. Still long INPX, interesting. All right, 30 more seconds here before the market opens. Time of force today. Shares. I'll set to 2K for now. Set to 2K for RETO as well, and then kind of go from there. 14 seconds here, guys. Good luck, everyone. Wow, CCIV actually here making our watch list. XL is a hot one as well, yeah. Possible red to green move on CLSN and RETO. RETO just went green. XL could be a great entry here, but still not going to play it just yet. Big move on RETO. XCLB down 50%, could have a good bottom bounce, but I'm not thrilled. Possible big bounce here on CLSN. RETO at new high at 3.6. High of day. Long size on retro or RETO. Yeah, it's still selling off here. Small size. Yeah, still selling off. I like my entry on it, but the move itself isn't super compelling here in this area. It's gonna maybe try one more bump here past 20. Not sure what we're gonna get out of that. I'm gonna close there out on 21. Could break above 21 really strongly, but any kind of sell-off like that usually has me a bit on edge. I'm closing out here for a small loss. Small size, I gave back $200 on that one. I always take small size on setups I don't love. So usually, like my last trade on this one was 4,000 shares. This trade was 2,000 shares. A good way to manage your risk is use smaller size. So I could have went out green at 32, but selling near the highs sometimes guarantees you a massive loss. So gave back a little bit of profit there. That's totally fine. CTXR, sorry, is having some issues. CCIV had a huge red to green move there. RETO is holding its area okay. I thought it was going to flush much harder past 3, but so far it's kind of holding that. So I wonder if maybe it's going to keep holding it. CCIV is actually the biggest volume mover at the moment, but it is a mid cap, so it's can't really put so much weight on that comparatively to these tiny companies. 16 billion versus 76 million RETO, right? So it's not even the same ballpark. RETO's trying again here. Not looking too bad. Could have a nice move over 30. I'm watching it. Yeah, it made me nervous too remotely. I mean, you never know, right? In hindsight's everything. So far, you know, I could have got out slightly green, but I don't regret what I did at all. I could have maybe even considered averaging down, but then I'd be risking getting stuck in a flush with even bigger size, and averaging down into a loser is, it's a slippery slope. I'll do it as long as the thesis is still overall right. And if I'm not going to close my position, I have to think, why am I not adding to it? Usually the answer will be like, I have too much size in it or something like that. Thanks, David. TTCF. Tech2 chef. I was actually waiting for this one to sell off a bit more. Let's see if we can actually get a move below 22. I would probably consider jumping on Tech2 chef if we get a move under 22. It's a hot ticker. Fun to watch. I like it. Overall, the markets are down quite a bit, a little bit more than I'd usually like. When the markets are down this much, sometimes I do kind of think, okay, they might be flooding over into the small cap sector because people are going to be more focused on managing their mid caps potentially. So that means less activity in the small cap world. This is also a bigger sell-off here so far. So I wonder if we're going to get a bit of a reversal. A big gap down day on the NASDAQ. Clear break of the 9 EMA. Bitcoin also down here, taking a silver never had that break over 30, but it's still kind of holding this area, so maybe it's going to trend there to the upside. 9:40 almost, 9 minutes now since the market opened. I'm not really seeing a ticker that's blowing me away with excitement. I think CTXR could be an opportunity here. Let's go ahead and follow this one a bit closer. Sasa, no, I'm not swinging TTCF yet. I'm not even sure if I will, but maybe at one point. $1 million talk. A lot of restructuring, I guess you can say. If I'm not day trading, a lot of my focus is on Trade Journal. This is an interesting place for CTXR to have a little bit more difficulty. This is a key zone right here. GHVI, one of our swings, making some big moves today. This is really nice to see that. Support there. Long size. On CTXR. Good upwards trend here on this one. Question is, can it still continue that upwards trend? It's been a shaky little start here. $255. I do think we could maybe see another 6% move to 2.7. Question is, can we break above 2.7? That was a big double top there. Volume kind of higher on it. The last spike to the downside wasn't exactly super nice. 942. I'm looking for a move back of over 2.6. It's trying, but I'm going to give it one more attempt, actually. Let's see what we got here in this one. That's light. Just watching. Could see another push back above, but I could easily rip. It's a little undecided, this ticker. A little shaky here. Follow through. Oh, they're 255 getting chipped. No. bigger support there in the 50s. All right, I'm going to close there at 53. Just didn't do what I wanted to. Good chance I might do it now. Maybe I got out second too soon, but you know, if a trade doesn't do what I want it to do fairly quickly, I'm usually throwing it out. Too big of a chance that this thing was gonna dip there. Possible bear flag. There's a move over 226, and can it break? Oops, I'm on the wrong ticker here. Yeah, I closed it right too soon. Either way, it would have been a scratch because I probably would have sold there. So yeah, I could have made 80 bucks or so, but I lost about 80 bucks. So it is what it is. ATIF. Watching this one a little bit. Actually, I don't know. This one sold off so much. We're not getting those follow throughs that I would have kind of hoped for. Let's see what CCIV's doing. This thing's a bit of a choppy town. CLSN. CLSN I had higher hopes for. Slow. Most of the action so far was pre-market, but I was kind of hoping, since, you know, after 8 o'clock we didn't see a lot of action, I thought we might see a little bit more fun moves. You know, once the market opens, but it hasn't really been the case. RB says my catchphrase is, "It is what it is." There's the move. CTXR trying to break 2.6. I guess I could have maybe just held it, but that would have been not my favorite way to go about this one. I was also thinking about averaging down just one more time, but yeah. It was only about a 2% move. It was really kind of a chop play to begin with. So we'll see how we want to take it from here. Oh yeah, nice move there. 5%. I was still thinking, you know, maybe I'm going to go long more clove. I was waiting to go more clove around 10.5. I kind of missed my entry a few times. So we'll see. Is it already a buy? I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens. I already have half size on that one, around 11 something. Let me send you the link here. I'll just pin it here in case anyone's wondering about the Tulip, the painting behind me, if you guys are looking to get it. CCIV, also a very tricky one to probably trade this morning, I would argue. Yeah, CTXR. I think I'd be getting shaken out on this one so heavy at the moment. Corey says no trades yet. Yep. Makes sense. It's not really the environment at the moment for it. I don't think there's any super major news, Shan, about the market. Just one of those days, probably more of a technical move. Thanks, Corey. Corey taking care of business. Yeah, don't feel bad, or don't hesitate to throw on the ban hammer. SSY actually looks kind of interesting, but oh man, multi-day runner, multi-week runner, just randomly buying it. I really don't even feel super comfortable with that. I'd probably get stuck in a flush on it, just making upset me. Yeah, they're horrible, Corey. So agree. Dang, Jonathan, that's a head scratcher. Jason's wondering how I'm liking the mixed volume scanner. It's interesting. I do like to see how on candles the sell and the buy volume. I was staring at it pre-market. I constantly would throw up a different screen, like on my top screen, to have the normal version, so I could kind of compare and contrast it. It changes my mentality a little bit for sure, because now there's always red and green instead of, that solid, looking for those double red candles or something like that. It changes things quite a bit. I don't know. I don't know if I can give a proper answer to it yet. I think both are good. I think you'd have to just get used to one probably. And since I'm more used to the normal version, I think that just comes easier to me. The other one, I like how I can get more information out of it. But then, I'll go through the candles in my head myself and try to figure out, okay, well, these two are the two red ones. I also might dim the red a little bit. The red is extremely strong, so I might have to see if I can edit that. I don't know. Predicting swing trades is exhausting. I would actually kind of hope that XL sells off a little bit more, shakes out a lot of the weak hands. I don't know. It really needs to go back above 17.8 or so before it's going to have green. Right now, it still looks like it's in a downwards trend, but I don't know. Not crazy optimistic on a green day on it. Yeah, exactly, Corey. I'm not totally sure how to do that at the moment, but I would assume I need to go to the formula, so I would have to go to studies. I'm not sure if I really want to be doing it right now. Here we go. Yeah, I just don't know what color it needs to be. Well, it's not exactly the same. If I go to chart settings, I can get the color. Let's see here. Fill down. That's this color. So that actually might be the same color. It's kind of hard to say. Yeah, it is the same color already. It looked a little bit more orange or so. Yeah, I wanted to do it last time, Corey, but I didn't want to distract myself. I was kind of still focused on everything else going on. But yeah, make the width small. I think the width is the same though as the other, or actually it might be a bit. Could make that. Yeah, the width doesn't bother me as much though. You could almost use like a green or red outline on top of it so you know if it's a red candle or not. Wow, that was kind of a slow open here. It's 9:56. I've only done 2 trades, 2 small red ones. Unfortunately, CLSN is still selling off, but I got to say on the 5-minute, it does look like it could be seeing some big support coming up. Bigger support around 2.5, so I wouldn't rush into it too soon. RETO could be near some big time support here. CTP making good climb. CTXR also worth maybe considering again. Today's definitely a classic Monday. I mean, we're not really getting much activity here. CTXR might actually have a big breakout here past 2.6 any moment. 5-minute flag setup. Yep, CTXR going for it. Should have stuck with my gut there. I had a really strong intuition that it was going to have that break there. That was a good 3-4 cents a share. RETO, you could probably try to trade the backside on this one. I'm not sure if I want to be doing that. I'm always calling out CTRM. Yeah, I don't know. I've had a hard time trading CTRM and the volume's really light on it, but it kind of seems like you could just be placing limit orders and just scalping this movement. Definitely not the coolest way to trade, but sometimes it could work. I find myself usually tripping over myself when I do stuff like that. Like it works 2-3 times, all of a sudden I give it all back and then I actually miss the setup I should have been looking at. So I usually avoid doing stuff like that. Yeah, RSVA is actually the ticker that's moving a lot more today. This is what we were looking at when we were talking pre-market here. So it's not the biggest fan of day trading these, especially after the last week incident. Yeah, riot. Also, there's no reason to try to force a trade, right? Just because you can't find something to trade doesn't mean you have to actually be trading anything. I always like to remind myself that. CTXR, I should have been focused on that one because that one actually ended up making a perfect move there. It just has that big resistance. Sorry about that. At 275. Might have a double top there. One of the few tickers that's actually trending to the upside. closing near the highs of this candle. New candle now. That was a bit of a doji, I guess you could even argue. Decent buy volume though overall. Could be an opportunity to try small size coming up. Long there at 61, small size, very small size, half size. Might even consider averaging up into this one. Taking profit there, small size. It was actually proper half size play. Nice move there. Oops, that's not what I wanted to click on. Corey's saying this market making me want to sleep. Yeah, it's a little bit of a snooze fest, that's for sure. RETO possible reversal being called out. I don't know. Reversal to me would have to be above VWAP, but you could definitely go ahead and maybe try to trade a VWAP trade on it. I don't know. I don't see it on this one yet. CTXR over 2.7, 293 was high of day, so this is a big move here on this ticker. Corey calling out CLSN, yep. Below VWAP, it definitely has energy. Sorry, 426. I really don't mean to do it. I'll go under the camera every time it happens. Oh, that's a good stretch. Oy, oy, oy. I'm so not flexible. I can't even touch my toes. I can't even get close to touching my toes. CTXR is right now in a false breakout, it looks like. Just be careful. Oi, that was a big yawn. I felt it coming from deep. What I think about the space mining industry, I probably don't know enough about it to really properly comment, but I think it sounds super interesting, and there's no way it's not going to be a thing at one point. It makes a lot of sense, these asteroids with just pure iron or whatever mineral floating around. We'll probably see some nice SPACs in that space at one point because it's going to be one of those really hot topics, but I don't know. Is it something to start investing in already? Could be. Hey, what's up, Jeff? Thanks for the $5, man. Thanks for the support on the channel. By the way, guys, talking about support, I do appreciate all the support, and like I said, I constantly reinvest into Trade Journal. We were able to bring on a dev to help me out with Trade Journal. So we got a big update coming to the import wizard, and we got a big update coming end of March, I think it is, for stats, charts, and all that fun stuff. So that's all in the pipeline. I want to get a little bit more transparent with when we do releases. So I'll be doing some updates there on our Trade Journal Twitter account as well. Do I recommend eToro as a primary broker? No, I don't think eToro is good. I don't want to bash on eToro, but what they do is they basically they do what Robinhood kind of does, but to a much bigger degree. So they'll give you zero fees, but they're not going to give you the same price. They're always going to give you a worse spread. And when I read that in their terms of service, I was like, no way. Now, if they only did that for crypto or something like that, that would be one thing, because with cryptos the fees are pretty high, except arguably on Binance. But I as a primary broker, no way. If you're using it for a specific reason that you can't use another broker for, okay, whatever, fair enough. But no, I don't think so. That's my opinion. I don't know. I could be wrong. It's just one opinion. Future plan for Trade Journal is to make it better and better, make it more and more helpful. And then at one point I wanted to offer or allow, not really allow, I want to grow out the community so we could all help each other. So that's going to be a big aspect, from just general community to potentially having mentors on there as well. But that's probably still a few quarters out. Right now, a lot of the basic stuff has to be working better. But I want to keep it free for everyone, so that's a big thing. It's a big minus in my balance sheet at the moment, but I enjoy it. Yeah, GHVI, I know. I've been selling a lot of my swing trades too soon. GHVI, I'm still long. I feel like Matterport has been kind of just a hot topic lately. If we go to our swing trades right now, we're up almost $1,500 on it, and that's crazy. That's a 50% return. So I'm pretty stoked about that. I did miss my lower entry here, which is fine, and then I had to chase a little bit, but overall it ended up being the right decision. I want to kind of see how high it can go. Really, Matterport, the SPAC is really what's making me green today in my swing trade. So I'm pretty stoked about that. I mean, a lot of things are up a little bit, but yeah, for sure, Matterport leading the surge. VIH isn't down that much for the fact that Bitcoin's down so much today, or at least it was down so much today. Why do I feel like, Jeff, that you have a really nice trade going on here? Thanks, Ramoy. Appreciate that. Look at CTXR, kind of coming back right now. It's been a tricky one to trade. RSVA, man, oh man. I don't know if I can muster up the courage to trade this one, but it keeps ending up being actually really the one I should be trading. CTXR, big breakout there. FBS, I don't know. I don't have experience with FBS. Oh yeah, Trade Journal is big. I want to make the journaling aspect even bigger as well. That was actually something I couldn't really find on a lot of places. You could always make like a WordPress site or something. RSVA watching this one under 26 could be possible move. I think I might have missed my fill there. Spread's a bit higher. CTXR also gives us a lot of opportunity right now. Yeah, RSV, I just missed my fill there. Oh, that's unfortunate. I should have just had the limit order ready to go, but how much do I look at gaps on daily charts for swings? Like gap downs and look for a reversal and then sell or near the gap high. I don't really focus too much on the gaps, to be honest. Nice move there on RSVA. I feel like that one was very predictable. I just didn't get aggressive enough. That's a bit of a shamble. VUZI, blast from the past, guys. VUZI, we were trading this one so much last year. Oh my lord. I don't even remember what account we were trading this one in. Let's quickly see if it's in my cash account. Only one trade in my cash account, maybe in my IRA account. No. Maybe it was just on our watch list a lot, but I didn't actually end up trading it as much. CTXR, man. I hope some of you guys you're trading that one. I'm totally snoozing on it right now. It's actually performing very nice. RSVA, the one that got away. Yeah, Ramoli. You just never really know which one that's going to be, and you don't want to just buy a ticker that sells off all day. I'm ready to eat this muffin, but I feel like I don't deserve it yet. Oh, why do I not get to eat my muffin? All right, I just sniffed it. I'll save that for later. Welcome to the community, Tom. It's been some crazy last weeks, honestly. So last week was one of my most volatile weeks ever. Nice, Bali. I wanted to hit up some surf there. What broker do I recommend you use? It depends on your country. Like, how am I supposed to answer that? It depends also on your strategy a little bit. Yeah, we do a lot of weird stuff here, like Remotely's pointing out. Well, welcome to the community, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget, we go actually, the chat room goes live earlier. So around 7 a.m., we're all watching pre-market trading. So if you guys are around, definitely check out that. Sometimes I start streaming a little bit earlier, but it's not always the case. And also, today's just such a slow day here. I missed a lot of moves on CTXR, but I don't really regret it so much. Oh yeah, Triaggio. That's exciting. You gotta start somewhere, right? So good on you. Just don't stress about it. You know, there's a lot to take in, but I think with time, anyone can figure it out. Just, you know, give yourself time. Don't rush anything. Yep, Pyrex, I have no idea with the African exchanges. Everything we refer to here is always Eastern Standard Time. I'm not currently in Eastern Standard Time, but everything we refer to is Eastern Standard. I'm watching CTXR. I think there could be some scalp opportunities on this one, but I feel like we're also trading it near the highs right now. $3 big resistance here, so I'm not sure how aggressive I'd be getting on it. We have good upside potential though from this point out. Might try small size at one point. Entry there on CTXR. Yeah, it's a big sell-off there. Still a lot of sell-off. More sell-off than I was expecting. 76. Don't want to see 76 really break. I think we could see. No, I'm out. Oops. Good upwards. Okay, we're out of this one again. Took another loss there. You know, right now I'm kind of turning my wheels a little bit. You know, market opened, we were up 1,200. I gave back. We made up back to 1,100. I gave it back. It's not great trading right now, and I've been waiting for good setups. I really have. I've been patient, but I don't know. I don't know. The reason I closed CTXR is because our trade thesis was instantly devalidated. I was looking for CTXR, a nice move here. I was looking for move to 2.8. I was looking for a bigger flag setup here, maybe a little bit of consolidation in this area before we had another break to the upside, right? Maybe I was gonna sell on a false breakout. I don't know, but I was looking to buy here. This clearly was not the case. That's why I didn't average down. I didn't have necessarily full size, but I didn't want to average down into a ticker where my thesis was already wrong. If the sell-off wasn't so hard and it maybe was very, very, you could see the momentum shifting on the tape, then I would consider probably maybe averaging down. But yeah, this trade was over. It didn't work out, so I closed for a loss. We're using TOS, TD Ameritrade. We have more FAQs, guys, in the video description below. And you guys, if you do want to get a quick catch-up video, you want to learn everything we do here in about 1 to 2 hours, you check out the Foundation video series. This is at tradejournal.co/connect. It's also the first link in the video description below. And then we got the Discord group right here as well. By the way, for everyone that emailed me with the shirt ideas and designer help, I really do appreciate it. I actually have yet to respond to the emails. I will maybe do so today, but basically I'm looking out for some help for designing some shirts and stuff like that. Right now our store is actually down, but that's going to be a fun little side project here, and I kind of want to make it more community focused. Not to mention, I also am very limited on time with designing stuff, and I just kind of suck at it. So also in the Discord group, we have a design category now as well for merch. Happy to hear, Sam. I do appreciate that. It's missing just 1 or 2 sections at this point, but the crypto course, if you are interested as well, is beastly. It took me 2 months to make, and this one covers quite a lot. The Profitable Crypto Trader course. This is no joke. This is heavy-duty stuff. The Foundation video series is really quick. It's for anyone who wants to get caught up to speed on everything we do here, pretty much from 7 till 11. That we do here every morning, and from 7 to 9 is when I'm not streaming, but the chat room on YouTube is already live. I can't get over this picture of Mars. I feel like this is really cool. I kind of want to just keep looking at it, especially on a day like today. What other kind of pictures we got here? Look at this one. I took a picture of its foot. The hazard avoidance camera. I need more pictures of the sun. I wonder what the space looks like from Mars. Like if you were standing on Mars and you looked into space, I wonder what that would look like. I feel like it would look really cool. What kind of picture is this? It's so small. Oh, maybe it just didn't load properly. And pictures are a bit unusual for sure. No, I don't live in Bali. Somebody else here is from Bali. CLSN does me dirty, and then it's bouncing back up here. CTXR, but CLSN is actually making a nice move back to VWAP here. We have a pretty big floor though, right in this area. We got a big shoulder here at 295. I'm not super optimistic on that. Romoli's in retro holding his breath. It's an interesting spot, Romoli, for sure, because you're buying it near lows, and there was a failed crack of 2.5. It went to 246, it looks like, and then instantly bounced back up. So this could be an upwards trending play here. So Romoli, I don't think that's a bad move. Probably will require a lot of breath holding, but I think if you're patient, I think this one could actually pay off for sure. I don't know if we're going to break over 2.6, right? That's the question everyone's wondering. Clearly a retest and a lot of resistance there, though. SFTW. Yeah, Osprey Tech. I wouldn't mind getting in it. Oh, there's the move over 2.6. It's the SPAC going to be taking Black Sky public. I don't know why it's not popping up right here. I think it could be a good play. It's got a lot of momentum behind it. Had that big failed breakout. I don't know. Could be a good accumulation in this area. It's hard to say. I don't think it would sell off too much, so definitely keep it on the radar, I would argue. I have a limit order on it myself, looking for a little bit more of a pullback. Man, today's a slow day, guys. Today's like a real classic Monday. Monday fun day. I do like catalysts, collaboration, partnership, all that kind of stuff, especially with larger companies. I think that could be good for sure. It's had a big run. Sometimes that makes me a bit nervous. 163%, only gave back 37%. Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know. This is big support though on GSAT. This could be a good entry. I mean, if there was an entry, this would be kind of the zone for sure. So yeah, I think this is early on its run. So I think, Jeff, your call out is probably pretty good. I would have to look a little bit more into GSAT myself. But first look, I would approve that message. Could be definitely an interesting swing trade. I like the fact that you're getting a decent price at the moment compared to the last move. So I'm gonna put it on my research list. Yeah, Jonathan, probably not a bad idea. All right, Josh, take care. I think that's also probably a good idea, kind of taking your profits. I think GSAT might be a bit early. I think there's a chance we might go below 183, but I don't know if it's even worth risking, it running away, because tickers like that sometimes just have a 10% pop one pre-market and they kind of continue their run to the upside. If they have a run back to the upside, I don't know if it will, but oftentimes those do escape me because I'm just a little bit too conservative in my limit order. It's almost better to average down from time to time on those, if it's possible. I approve this message. Ramoli, great trade on CLSN. I mean, wait, hold on. That wasn't CLSN. That was Retro. Retro tried to break over 2.6 and went back down. Did you close? Did you close it, Ramoli? What was that? What happened? That's also one way to do it. Some mangas. Yeah, so RETO at this point kind of looks like it was a retest. Now it's selling off, but it didn't break the low of 2.5, so this could still be in a possible uptrend. CTXR just sold off. Oh. To do my stretches. Oof. Now that is a stiff back. Oh. Oh. The one thing I really like though about this office is the fact that this is a standing desk, or it's an electric desk, so I can make it go up and down. I swear that has changed my life. I used to have a sitting only desk, and I feel like at one point I was losing feeling in my legs. This is one of those markets where the more you trade, the more money you give back. So I think I'm going to be done day trading here. We did a lot of talks so far about swing trading, so we're going to wrap up the day up 940. Nothing crazy. We were up more pre-market. It's always kind of depressing when you end the day and you're down lower than you were pre-market, because it's like you did more work, but you paid for that. You gave back profits. Although the way I look at it is I got, tuition costs I learned. So yeah, that's overall. CTXR is actually the only one we're red on. CTXR is a tough one to trade. You kind of had to anticipate the breakouts and then hope they work out, and the pullbacks never ended up being that great. In terms of our IRA, GHVI is the one that's making us the most money today. We're probably going to close GHVI at one point. I'm not sure when. I would like to see a move over 28. I feel like we've been seeing when a ticker does go over like 25 or so, sometimes it really does a good move. I'm a little scared it's going to kind of sell off, but you know, that was an 80% move, and then we pulled back about 20%. Now we're at an 80% move again. It's in a strong upwards trend though, and Matterport has been, there's been so much hype around it on YouTube alone that I feel like I would like to keep holding this one until I see a larger crack of momentum. So we'll see how we want to trade this one. That was a big sell-off here, 11%. Do I buy health insurance? Yeah, I have health insurance. That is such a random question in life. Tom's wondering if the 940 was made on a swing. No. For anyone that's new here, my IRA, this account here ending in 06, this is our swing trade portfolio. And our account, the unlimited account ending in 56, this is our day trading portfolio. We do not mix the two up. So anything you see here is trades that we did between 7 and 10:30 usually a.m. Eastern Standard Time. These are day trades. They're happening intraday. Ramoyes, fortunate it didn't work out, man. Yeah. Those dip buys, every time I do dip trading, I pretty much make a rule that I'm only doing base hits, because every time I look for a home run on a dip trade, it never works out. And there's nothing worse, I feel like personally, than when I'm up 3, 4, 5% and then I close for a loss. It just makes me so mad. So I don't look for home run trades, dip buying, but I often miss the big move then, 10, 20, 30%. So it really, you can go about it both ways. Either you just cut your losses when you're down maybe 5% as like a hard stop, and otherwise you have a trailing stop. I don't know. There's so many different ways to go about it. That's why I can never really tell anyone else how to trade, because I don't know your strategy. It's probably so different than my strategy, but yeah, Ramoli, those are tough. I learned with my personality, I'd rather take my profit usually quicker. Yeah, that's also like a bit of the problem, right? You start second guessing yourself. Nice, Tom. Happy to hear. Appreciate it, man. What I think about Airbnb, I wouldn't buy ABNB. I love the company. I use it all the time myself. But they had a press release during their IPO that basically said they're overextended and they're gonna have a sell-off. Their numbers are totally inflated. So I don't know. I feel like once the hype goes down a little bit and people wake up, like, it's going to go down a lot. I wouldn't be buying in these areas. And this has just had a failed breakout here, and now it's trending potentially to the downside. I don't know. It's not for me. I love the company. I would buy it myself, but not in these prices. What do you think about arbitrage trading, Shavin? It's tough. 4 years, no, when was that? No, less, actually, 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago. I was like with a group of friends and we were trying to build an arbitrage crypto bot. It was tough. Like, arbitrage, there's got to be a lot of people that do it, but I think to do it successfully isn't as easy as it sounds. I don't know. I feel like there's easier ways to trade, but I think at the end of the day, you have to think, what's my skill set? Like, if you're really good at a certain thing and you find like a way to profit from, building some sort of bot that you found a loophole in, like, milk it. It doesn't matter what I do, but like, arbitrage could be great. Like, don't let me tell you it's not great. It's just not for me. Yeah, Tesla finally selling off. That's going to be a great buy at one point. Amanda, please don't use all caps. Caps, guys, for the chat room is only for tickers. We all make mistakes sometimes. Even sometimes I write in caps if my caps log's on, but let's try to avoid that. Yeah, we do primarily everything in Python, at least me personally and teams I work with. Yep. PFE, Pfizer. I'm long Pfizer. I was so green on Pfizer, and then I have it in an investment portfolio, so I'm going to keep buying Pfizer. Their dividend could be a bit more, but this is a company that I'm just going to keep buying. I don't see it disappearing, and I don't know. I feel like it's a fairly safe trade, and I think anything under, I don't like the fact that this is a big false breakout here. That's not very nice, but I would probably average down on this one at one point, maybe closer to 33 or so. Yeah, CLSN is really trying, huh? Might break VWAP even. Yeah, if you're my grandma, you always want to pivot the strategy for sure. I think that's a great idea, David. I think that's a strategy that 2 years from now you're going to look back and you're going to be really happy you did that. For sure, I think that's a phenomenal strategy, without a question. We actually did something similar called the Crypto 52 Challenge, which is basically every week we put $100 into 3 currencies. So every week we put $300 into crypto. That was great. That was really good. Among Us, not totally sure about that, to be honest. There goes CLSN. Wow, congrats to anyone trading this one. It had a perfect bull flag actually on the 5-minute now that I look back, but I wasn't really looking at it too much. I'm done day trading though today, so I'm not going to be touching it, even though it does look really good. Oh, Remoli RETOs looks like it's possibly going to break over 61 again, making a rounded bottom here. Oh, FOMO Central. This could be a bit of a play here off the bottom from a lot of these tickers. This kind of looks interesting. I mean, this is a moment where you could start considering trading again. I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to save my muffin here for after I take my thumbnail picture, and then I'm going to freaking shove it in my face. Thing is, just smells so good. Woo! I mean, blueberry muffins are my favorite. Yeah, maybe we'll wrap up early today. Have a either, you know, obviously you guys can keep trading, do what you do, but I think I'll take advantage of this slower market to start the week here a little bit more chilly vanilly, and then take my profits before I give back more profits and become upset. Non-energy minerals, Esmil. Off the top of my head, no thoughts. Day trading, definitely not. Swing trading actually is in a very healthy uptrend. It's already gone 20x, so keep that in mind. You know, who knows how much more it's going to go from here. I would be somewhat careful. Nice move though, big volume coming in. I would have to do research on it, but in terms of trending, it's trending to the upside, and you know, it's got good momentum, so it could be a great swing trade. All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up then, everyone. Don't forget, if you guys do want a, if you guys are interested in a little bit of artwork here, don't forget to check out, let me actually turn on the lights here. Don't forget to check out the link pinned at the top of this chat. This is artwork for my mom. It's the Tulip Mania Bowl that happened back in Amsterdam. It was like 1463 or something like that. I do kind of always get the date wrong. Tulip Mania year. 1636 to 1637. That was one of the first documented bubbles. So 10% off coupon right here. Just use my name, AlexWinkler. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything for today. I mean, we're wrapping up here, $940 profit. We did give back, you know, probably in total around $1,000, which is nothing compared to the losses we've been making lately. I mean, holy macaroons, guys. It's been a little bit hectic, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know it. So this month, that's not right. Let me quickly go here to the stats, and then duplicate, and then go to January just really quickly for everyone that's new. So February, we made $13,000, and we only gave back $8,000. So we made $22,000. We lost 8.6, and our profit was $13,000. Look how hectic February has been for me. Wham! This is February. So February, total winnings 24,000, total losses 18,000, net profit almost 6,000. So we've more than doubled our losses from the month before. I've had like numerous $2,000 red days. What was it? I think it was Thursday. We had $5,000 of losses on Thursday last week. It's been not my most glorious trading, but it's been fun for sure. But it's been hectic. Yeah. So don't forget, guys, if you are new, you can get everything. You get totally cop speed here on tradejournal.co/connects. First link in the video description below. Here's the foundation trading series, and here's the Discord group. Those are probably the two most important links here on this page. Thanks for Molly. I do appreciate it, Mr. Winkley. I'm out. Appreciate, guys, all the love. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate that, and heck yeah. Good to see all the action in here. I'll see you guys then first thing tomorrow morning. Stay safe, guys. Make some awesome trades. And here's a disclaimer for all you naughty people. Don't take out a mortgage on your mom's house. We've been down that road before, guys. Peace out, guys.